Cramer Hill has a lot of history here. This was a reservoir. We're at the top of Cramer Hill. This is the peak of all the hills. Cramer Hill originally was settled as summer cottages for rich landowners in Philadelphia. And they had their little places along the shore of the back channel. You know what I mean? So it was like countrified even back then. And you know, it's still got the same charm. It's still got that country feeling, especially down by the river. And it's hard for us to imagine life without bridges to go to Philadelphia, but there was a Cramer Hill ferry that took people over to North Camden and to different places. So when you get down there, the river is magical. It has like an effect on you. It's weird. I can't explain it, but when you go down there, you just feel it, you know, with all the birds and everything, and it's just so cool. And the grant would just help us to just expound on what we already have, you know. And I can see the lights on the Philadelphia skyscrapers from my bedroom. It's only a few miles away, and I'm in the country, but I look over and I can see the city right there. So we're strategically located, and for too long, Cramer Hill was the landfill, the sewer plants, everything that the city didn't want, they put over here. And we've been forgotten and sort of kicked to the curb for like ever. So it's about time that we need to get up where we belong, and this grant would certainly help us to do that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Welcome to Cramer Hill, one of the oldest and most storied neighborhoods in Camden, New Jersey. Situated just north of downtown Camden, with the Philadelphia skyline as a western backdrop, Cramer Hill is a bustling, diverse neighborhood of about 11,000 residents. A vibrant, working-class community in the 1950s. The decline of industrial activities in the 1960s led to significant changes in the neighborhood, leaving behind brownfields and vacant homes, while also stripping the community of its vitality. Rising crime, healthcare inequities, and failing schools contributed to the general decline of the neighborhood. However, beginning in the early 2000s, Cramer Hill's decline began to reverse, propelled by the activism of community residents who organized to prevent displacement by a $1 billion mega development project with a marina and a golf course. A more thoughtful, inclusive vision of Cramer Hill's future emerged. Developer-centric plans were discarded, and neighbors reorganized around a more equitable vision that would directly benefit low and moderate income residents, including a magnificent waterfront park, soon to open, that will be a regional destination. Crime rates have dropped significantly as the community joined with the Camden County Metro Police to take back the streets and implement proactive crime prevention strategies. In fact, Camden neighborhoods as a whole are now the safest they've been in 50 years. Affordable housing for residents has also greatly improved throughout the city, with beautiful homes replacing most of Camden's original affordable housing stock in recent years, with the exception of ABLETT Village in Cramer Hill. Let's take a closer look at Cramer Hill and meet many of the residents, businesses, and community organizations who have helped make the neighborhood what it is today, and learn what they hope it can be in the future, with the help of a Choice Neighborhoods Implementation Grant.
This is a community where I was born and raised. This is a community where we ran around as kids, and this is a community where a lot of my friends still live, and a lot of their parents are still here. Although I don't live in this community anymore, it's near and dear, and I have great appreciation for Cramer Hill, and it is a great community. So again, for us to be able to be successful in getting this grant and really addressing that need in ABLETT Village will be a great shot in the arm, so I'm looking forward to that.
With the opening of the new Resin Tech, the new schools, Mastery School, the KROC Center, they've brought a lot to the community, and hopefully, things will keep going forward, and with this new grant that we can continue to build on Cramer Hill and make it a nice place for our children and our grandchildren and for everyone to live in.
We need this choice grant because we need help. Our families need help, our community needs help, our housing needs help, because we need help. And we've been fighting a long time for this help. Choice is it's the icing on the cake. And we're quite sure, and we hope to God that it's going to be the last of this long road that all of us community leaders have been fighting. Me for 37 years, Mary for how many years, Mike for how... We're over a century here of people that have been fighting for Cramer Hill. So I feel very positive about Choice. That's why I've been with them for 2 years.
The Choice Grant, from what I understand and from what I hear about it, is a very good thing that they offer to redevelop the communities. Some of the more worn apartment complexes and things like that we have around in the city. Those type of programs are vastly needed in communities like this. You know, when you give people something new and something nice to look forward to, I've come to find out that people will take care of their stuff, and it makes you feel better about, you know, who you are and where you live, and you'll start to take pride in your community, and you'll want to, you know, upkeep your community and reach out to your neighbor and help your neighbor. So these type of things, these grants, I think can't do anything but help the city of Camden.
River Avenue, affectionately known to locals as River Road, is Cramer Hill's main commercial corridor, with over 70 active businesses, including a multitude of diverse restaurants and shops. The corridor has come a long way over the years, but it still struggles with a few vacant storefronts. Yet businesses hit hard by the global pandemic are still holding on due to the businesses serving the needs of local neighborhood of 11,000. Residents and business owners hope that a Choice Neighborhoods implementation grant from HUD might help them grow as a Main Street business corridor.
Hi, my name is Miguel Arriaga. I'm the owner of Miguel's Pharmacy here in our city of Camden. We've been here in our city of Camden, right on 3213 River Road, since the year 2013. So we just celebrated our 8th year in this wonderful place. As time passes by, we make achievement and we make progress. We're now going to be located where it used to be the Chateau, not too far from across from the school and the resident industrial place there. One of the main reasons that we decided to actually stay here and was the charisma within the city of Camden. We saw the progress that has been going on with the Camden, and once we got involved with the St. Joseph or Camper, we saw that it actually is going to be a newer vision for the Cramer Hills area. What do I mean by that? ABLETT is going to become something new, something with affordable housing for people that is going to be a lot better. So what a better opportunity that I've taken our business from here, from 30 to 13, and move it over to 1700 block, not too far from ABLETT Village. Two main reasons. After city progress and those places progress, it makes the neighborhood look entirely a lot better. So now why not being part of this growth in the city of Camden? So my partner, Bishop Mantina, and myself, we decided to purchase what used to be the old Chateau. So what are we doing there? And the old Chateau used to be a bar where unfortunately, one of my cousin's husband was murdered. So we are converting a place of sadness into a place of happiness. So we're taking a place that it went down the hill, we're going to renovate it, we're going to create a place where everybody's welcome, just like here, because Miguel's Pharmacy is not just a pharmacy, but it's a place where people come here, chit chat, and then they get to know each other and even find long lost friends that they haven't seen forever.
Since the early 2000s, community engagement and activism reshaped the priorities of both public and private investors in Cramer Hill. And since 2010, development priorities have dramatically shifted, with over $300 million in recently completed or planned developments located close to the ABLETT Village affordable housing community, all designed to support community needs and aspirations. These include repurposing an enormous landfill into a beautiful park, infrastructure improvements and development of Mastery Cramer Hill Elementary School, and ACTIONPAK and Resin Tech manufacturing facilities. which offer presently 300 living wage jobs with more employment opportunities scheduled at the facility.
So RESITEC and ACTIONPAK are both businesses which have had a long history of being involved in our communities. And we knew moving to Camden, part of our goal here was to help make the city better and to bring jobs here and to make it a better place for people to live. Shortly after we got here, we were approached by the CRAMER Hill Steering Committee and asked if I would be willing to serve in working on a community redevelopment plan. And we were thrilled because anything we can do to make this part of the city better would benefit us and benefit the residents. And one thing we're really proud of is we've only been here since August of 2020, so it's been a relatively short period of time, facing many challenges from COVID, but we already employ more than 300 full-time employees, plus another 100 to 150 part-time employees, and we're not fully operational yet. We are hopeful to be operational in the next 3 to 4 months, and we'll see those jobs numbers increase. We've hired many residents from ABLETT Village and many residents from here in Camden, and it's been a great experience. We've found a great work pool here, employee pool, and you know, we're having tremendous success, and we're excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this remodeling, you know, because I plan on staying here. You know, I'm 61 years old, so I'm not going anywhere. I don't plan on going anywhere, and I hope that they do this renewal, you know, so I can stay here and you know, get out of bed, and walk to work. Don't have to spend no gas money or nothing. It's very convenient, and I'm not the only one that's employed here from ABLETT Village. We have several other people. I could say at least 10. Yeah, I also have a grandson, you know, who also was working here for I believe about 3 months and whatnot until he went on to go to Penn State. I have 3 nephews from ABLETT Village, you know, who's working here right now, and they love it here. And you know, it's just beautiful that ACTIONPAK is you know, letting the neighborhood work here, and it's an honor.
Years ago, when I first came on board here, I had actually just came home from prison. I kind of was looking for some direction. I went to a temp service, looking for a job, any job. They sent me here, and my story kind of is continuing to being written. I did start out at the bottom. You know, I've worked my way up. Like I said, I am one of the head guys here, one of the senior managers at the company. You know, I looked at this as an opportunity where, you know, most people, you know, a lot of guys who come home from prison don't get, you know, these kind of opportunities. So when the opportunity presented itself and Jeff said, hey, you really want to come on board full time, you know, I kind of took that and kind of ran with it, you know what I mean? So it was a challenge. I'm still challenged. I'm still challenged every day here. I love what I do. I wouldn't trade it in for the world. And I thank those guys, you know, because they did help me. They have changed my life.
Yeah, my daughter works for RESITEC, and she has a beautiful position there, and they respect her. She's shown the people, outsiders, what we really are like, and they're surprised, like, oh, all of you are not all thugs,
Right.
or drug dealers or anything.
No.
And she has shown them, and they love her, and they like the people that they have hired from Camden, and there are plenty from CRAMER Hill that are in there.
Along Harrison Avenue, a former landfill, the 62-acre CRAMER Hill Waterfront Park has panoramic views of the Philadelphia skyline and a multitude of recreational, sports, and cultural amenities for local residents and regional visitors, versus the previously planned and likely gentrifying billion-dollar mega development project. It is a transformational game changer in terms of its impact on residents, the local housing market, and regional perceptions of Camden and CRAMER Hill. It is also in close proximity to Vonita Park, CRAMER Hill Nature Preserve, and the Circuit Trail, providing a vast array of beautiful green space options for city, county, state, and regional residents to enjoy.
Today, we are here at the former Harrison Avenue landfill, which is now being transformed into the CRAMER Hill Waterfront Park. This project is a testimony of what can happen when a community and a government work together to transform a community burden into a community asset.
It's not just CRAMER Hill businesses and green space that have been coming into their own in recent years. Many homes throughout the neighborhood have undergone dramatic transformations with the help of visionary organizations like St. Joseph's Carpenter Society. However, problems certainly persist, with vacant lots and abandoned structures threatening the stability of residential blocks and aging homes, making it harder for their low and moderate income homeowners to maintain. In fact, the home ownership rate, once one of the city's highest, has dropped in the past 25 years. Spurred on by positive trends and community-oriented investments, and benefiting from the enormous transformation taking place in downtown Camden, CRAMER Hill is reemerging as a neighborhood of opportunity, one with challenges but also with strong revitalization potential. HUD funding of a Choice Neighborhoods Planning Grant in 2018 tapped into these dynamics, galvanizing hundreds of public housing residents, community residents, and other stakeholders around a vision for change that includes redeveloping ABLETT Village and holistically addressing the many other neighborhood challenges. The resultant CRAMER Hill Transformation Plan describes the community's vision for the future, outlining goals and strategies to guide resource allocation decisions and investments over the next decade. While acknowledging the major progress recently achieved, the transformation plan highlights the considerable work to be done, especially in regard to ABLETT Village, the housing for which is obsolete and requires complete redevelopment. Socioeconomic challenges exist here, with some concentration of low-income families, low educational attainment, and high unemployment. Limited access to healthy and affordable food impact health outcomes, and lack of adequate housing options for families, seniors, and residents with disabilities are forcing people out of the neighborhood.
Why do we need the CHI implementation grant? It's because if not, we will be displaced. And when I say we, I'm talking about the 306 resident families of ABLETT Village. This is our home. This is where we want to be. And if we don't get this grant, we will not be able to be here. There's nowhere else to be in CRAMER Hill.
So having that money is going to help CRAMER Hill tremendously. Having that money is going to show the people that not only we're talking, but we can walk the walk. And I can tell you, I've been here since 1979. I had dealt with many insurances that came to the city of Camden that promised heaven and earth. And when nothing is being done, people say, you know what, they took me for granted.
ABLETT Village
Define old.
needs all the help it can get. It's part of our neighborhood. And we do feel whatever happens in the neighborhood. They have had decrepit building structure. They've had repairs. They're beautiful repairs, but didn't last too long. But they need something, and we're willing to help them. We're in it together.
The CRAMER Hill Transformation Plan centers on ABLETT Village's redevelopment in the context of broader neighborhood revitalization. It is organized by 3 core goals, each with interrelated implementation strategies. The first strategy is with regards to housing. Revitalize ABLETT Village, replacing existing housing units with high-quality, on-site and off-site mixed-income housing. The housing strategy will result in 425 mixed-income units spread across the original site and several off-site locations in the neighborhood. The second strategy focuses on neighborhoods. Enhance the quality of life in Cramer Hill through improved safety and access to education, retail, services, and community amenities. Through planned critical community improvements and leveraged neighborhood investments, the neighborhood strategy builds upon recent and planned investments and supports the development of new ABLETT Village replacement and mixed-income housing scattered throughout the community. It strategically deploys resources to strengthen the commercial corridor, improve infrastructure, preserve and expand home ownership opportunities, and expand transportation options and internet access. Major partners include Cooper's Ferry Partnership, St. Joseph's Carpenter Society, and Cramer Hill Residents Association, among others. Finally, the third strategy focuses on people. Improve outcomes for individuals and families living in ABLETT Village, promoting opportunities for education, employment, health, and other factors impacting self-sufficiency. Intensive case management and a broad array of programs and services will be provided to ABLETT Village residents, supported by a network of committed early childhood and youth education, workforce development, home ownership counseling, and other supportive service partners, including the ABLETT Village Resident Council, Camden City School District, Camden County Workforce Development Board, Better Tomorrows, Camden Coalition of Healthcare Providers, and many others. Implementation will be led by an exceptionally qualified principal team with extensive proven track records and experience working together on comparable successful projects. Partners include the Housing Authority of the City of Camden, the City of Camden, and the Camden Redevelopment Agency, the Michaels Organization through its Michaels Development Company affiliate, and Better Tomorrows, and HACC's Resident Initiatives Department. HACC will also work closely with the Camden City School District and neighborhood schools to provide quality early learning programs, improve educational attainment, and increase graduation rates for local youth. And Rutgers University Camden will continue and expand its engagement in the neighborhood and will make major contributions to support the transformation plan goals.
Us as leaders in the city of Camden, during my tenure as mayor, we've been successful in administering grants that have come into the city for the implementation. From our first Hope 6 grant, which is Baldwin's Run in the East Camden community, we demonstrated that we took a dilapidated community and turned it into a nationally renowned or recognized community of housing. What this grant will do for ABLETT Village will do the same. Transform ABLETT Village. We'll bring it up to the standards of housing today. Folks will have off-street parking and just will integrate that community, and it won't look segregated, if you will. It would be integrated into the design of what the community of Cramer Hill is. So we're excited about the opportunities of really getting this grant.